Hey, how's it going? Josh here from Books by Josh, and this is episode number 75 of the Books by Josh audio immersion. This episode is titled Learn from General George Patton. I'm not going to tell you who George Patton is. You can Google him and you'll find him right away. But, yep, back to back philosophy episodes. And why is that? Honestly, I didn't have another topic that I could think of to talk about. And I have a backlog of philosophy teachings. But no, it actually works. And you'll find out why in a second. So, we all know the famous teaching or saying, those who fail plan to fail. But what if I were to tell you, not all plans are the same? Bum, bum, bum. No. But let me tell you what the actual teaching is saying. General George Patton once said, a good plan finally executed today is better than a perfect plan executed next week. So, by hearing that, good plan executed today violently is better than a perfect plan executed next week, isn't that the same as, hey, why put off what you can do today for tomorrow? But it's not. But kind of is. So in my opinion, this teaching is pretty simple. It's basically stop making excuses for not doing something that you want to do. Alright? You can wait for the weather to be perfect. You can wait for the sun and the moon to align to give you a lunar or solar eclipse. You can wait for Halley's Comet. You can do all these things. But at the end of the day, when that happens, you're going to find a newer excuse on why you didn't do it. Okay? What am I trying to say? Because there's a famous saying. I am referencing a lot of sayings, but hear me out. There's a famous saying about the best time to plant a tree was yesterday and the second best time to plant one is today. And that essentially means you can't change the past, but you can start today. So if instead of making an excuse on anything, we need to act now. And that's funny because that coincides with last week's episode, or last episode, depending on when you're listening to everything, about content creating, things like that. Because I brought up how hard it is to create episodes, content in general. And another thing is make excuses for not doing it. So I could put off this episode. I didn't record yesterday, which was Monday. It's Tuesday right now while I'm recording this. And I could, the excuses, oh man, you know what? I don't have that right topic this week. Let me go find the topic. And I'll come back next week. Oh no, it might rain and you might hear raindrops. Oh no, the heat might come on because it's cold outside. Oh man, I have to update my laptop software. No, I just need to sit down and actually do it. I have to give it my all and just do it. And that's the whole thing about this teaching. We have to understand that we have to live in the now, honestly. So, here's a funny story. Like always, I told you what this teaching is about. Let's tie it into my life. Many years ago, I'm talking about over 15 years ago, over a decade and a half ago, I remember I liked this girl. And I was going to call her, conversation, things like that, ask her out. So, instead of calling her, I decided, because I love writing, and I'm an idiot at the same time, to write down how the conversation will play out. And it, and when I say any, I mean I wrote over 10 pages of the same thing, the same opener, how they will respond, my response to said response, and vice versa. It's basically a flow chart at that point. If then loops, like if I was coding. But guess what happened? This wouldn't work, of course, because you can't plan for everything. And when I eventually did call her, a few days later, it was too late. She was already asked out by someone else. And that's the whole thing. Instead of going with my heart and just, I don't know if I fall in love with the girl by heart. I meant by going at it violently, because I don't want to say violent in this case. With the plan, I decided to wait for the perfect plan. My script of the conversation. And it's the same with the book I'm working on, or any content I produce. I want it to be perfect before releasing it. But that's the thing. What is perfection? What I find perfection, someone else might find to be trash, because we each view things differently. Some people love art, they look at the Mona Lisa of Van Gogh and say, "Oh wow, that's amazing." I'll go to an art gallery and say, "Okay, it's art," and take nothing away from there because I don't know how to appreciate art. That's the whole thing. Nothing can ever be perfect. It's about giving your all in what you're currently working on. You can't just, as they say, half-ass it, because guess what? You're going to get the same kind of results. So you want to give it your all and execute today. Not put off what you can do today, tomorrow. I just had to bring that in. But the conditions will never get better than they are now. As we talk about finances, Dave Ramsey, he has the baby steps on how to get out of debt. People always say, "Oh, I'll start that later on." Yeah, when I make more money, I'll get out of debt. But guess what? Lifestyle creep. You're not going to get out of debt later on when you have more money if you don't manage it now. It's the same with losing weight. "Oh no, I'll start working out in the new year." The new year comes, you do it for a day and say, "Oh no, next year's my year." No. If you want to do it, just do it now. Give your heart and your all to make it happen. And don't wait until the circumstances get better. Because who's to know if something new doesn't happen? AKA Murphy. You start building a house and you stop and say, "You know what? The weather's not perfect for this." I don't know anything about building houses, so I don't know how weather affects. I'm just giving an example. Say, "Oh no, the weather's not perfect." Then when the weather gets good, guess what? The price of lumber could go up. "Oh man, the price of lumber is up. Can't do it now." Then you wait again. "Oh, price of lumber's down, but guess what? The price of copper's up." Then you put off. Then eventually, you never build the house. It's still there. All you've laid is the foundation and you stopped. You never built on it. Because you kept putting it off and off. Then eventually, it's too late. You can't afford to build a house. Your current home's in foreclosure. This is the stream, I know. But I'm just saying, you keep putting something off because it's not the right time. You don't have the time for it. You don't have the money to do it. But when is enough enough? You want to start your own side hustle, business, venture, whatever? Do it now. You want to invest in stocks or real estate? Do it little by little. Dollar cost average. You don't have to start buying multi-unit dwellings. You can buy a real estate investment trust fund. You can do something like Fundrise if you want to do real estate. If you want to invest in art, they have platforms to invest little by little into it. Want to do crypto? You can. Just don't fall into a pump and dump or a rug pull, but just do a little something each and every day towards it. Don't let your dreams stay dreams. Set them as goals. Give them deadlines. Do something and just make it happen. And that's really it for this episode. I want to do this, like I said, because it works well with last episode when you talk about the struggles with creating content and just saying effort and actually sitting down, scripting and recording and having you guys listen. Thank you for sticking it through here. If you want more content, feel free to listen to the many backlogs of episodes. Like I said, this episode is number 75. So you feel free to listen to 74 other ones, or if you heard them all, that's amazing. Thank you for that. And you can take a listen to Tech with Josh, T-E-K for tech, because I know how to spell, but it's easier to find that way. And there's a couple of episodes there. Or feel free to check out my site, booksbyjosh.com. Hasn't been anything posted as of recent, as of the recording of this episode, but I'm working on that too as well. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.